What's up, reprobates? This is APBT Spank Tutor, also known as Spank in Austin, but most importantly, Abaya Eber is the full-blown Yahuan. And I'm bringing you another edition of my Yahuan Action News. Today, reprobates, we're going to search deep into the mind. Well, not deep, because their minds are not but so deep, not very complex, but we will be looking into the minds of reprobates. Here we have a Facebook post that brought to the light the police killing of Pamela Turner of Baytown, Texas, which is basically a suburban area, a section of Houston, Texas. And he is the one that got this viral footage recorded of the initial footage of Pamela Turner. She was killed by a savage reprobate named Juan de la Cruz, who was a part of the gang thug, savage, inhumane, animalistic police force here in America. And I'm just gonna say, put it out there how it is. He is a white supremacist. He is in the category of George Zimmerman, who was a Gentile heathen, third race reprobate of Hispanic descent and Caucasian. So they try to flip and bounce and sit on the fence about that. Just like the other cop from around the same area, neck of the woods, the savage, animalistic, rogue, reprobate cop that was a part of the insurrection when they stormed the Capitol and they went inside and they pee-pee in their doo-doo. He was also a Hispanic, Latino cop, a reprobate. So Hispanics or Latinos, which is really, well, not really, but the fact being is not a race. It is a culture. It is a culture, and what's the word for it? It's not a race. It's Latino is a culture. So these are white supremacists from the Hispanic community who exalt white supremacy, just as the Allen Mall shooter, who was also pinpointed as a white supremacist. Of course, he had Trump in his manifesto when they went on his social media and saw his tattoos and his rhetoric, which dealt with tattoos of swastikas and white supremacy ideology. So these type of reprobates are of what is called the Hispanic community, which is not a race. It is a language and a culture is the word I was looking for. Is a language and a culture. And these for various reasons, these type of reprobates are allowed and given the crumbs that fall off the table of white supremacy, white privilege, to long as anybody can render hate and disdain for the children of the Most High, the sons of Elohim and the daughters of Zion. So this took place in 2019, and the settlement, if I'm not mistaken, you reprobates went did not go in favor of this woman's family, Pamela Turner's family, with her daughter, um, sister, and newborn grandson that she barely got to meet because he died within less than a week. I think about 3 days. I mean, I'm sorry, the grandson, her grandchild didn't die. I'm sorry, but the grandmother was killed brutally by another reprobate, racist police officer the same week the child was born. So she didn't even get to spend a great deal of time within those 3 days with her grandchild, and it's just catastrophic, and it just rocked this family, flipped their lives upside down. And we're gonna go in the comments and see the the comments of the mind and check out the minds of reprobates. So this is also part of my documentary series that I will be putting out on my channel called The Mind of Reprobates. What would they think of next? And it's just interesting how the Bible depicts the minds of reprobates and how they will be treating his children in the land of their captivity, showing no regard, having no regards for the young or the old, man, woman, or child. They have a history of carnage, which consists of raping, sodomizing black men, women, and children, turn their skin, their melanated skin, stripping them of it and using it for pocketbooks and wallets and other leather items. These reprobate, hell-spawned children of the devil have a lynch museum where they have petrified penis heads, testicles, ears, nipples, and other memorabilia, along with photographs taken of brutal lynchings and beatings where they not only lynch the sons and daughters and children of the Most High Elohim, Yahuwah, but they burned them at the same time, pulled them apart, pickled them, boiled them, skinned them alive, again fed them to alligators. You had just one of the millions of cases that were brought to the that we actually heard about. Thousands upon thousands of these situations happened when they, like what they done to Emmett Till. I just found out in recent years they castrated that young child. He was a little boy whom supposedly whistled at a white woman. That woman died of old age, if I'm not mistaken, in my home state of North Carolina. So what else I want to touch base on before we look at this video footage? It was given to me the night and that it happened. I sent it to probably my whole Facebook following, and this had got pulled from Facebook for and labeled as, I think, sensitive. Um, I think as being sensitive. I can't think of the word for it, but this fella, this gentleman, was able to capture video footage of this, but he did receive some pushback. But ultimately, when it first happened, of course, because you know they wanted to slay us in the land of our captivity, which is also pinpointed in the book of Deuteronomy, and prove themselves innocent. So the curses of Deuteronomy and that are pinpointed all over the Bible and even our lost books clearly pinpoint who are the true children of the Most High. So we're not Jews. You guys can have that. We're not Jews. We are Israelites, the true tribe of so-called tribe of Judah, which is really pronounced as the tribe of Yehuda. Because everything was named after Yah. Yasharel, Jerusalem, etc. So let that marinate. But let's get to these comments. Let's see the video itself.
The fuck? The fuck? I'm walking. I'm actually walking to my house.
And before we move forward, I want to pinpoint this video as being a stunningly similar situation what happened to our dear sister in Springfield, Illinois, Sonya Massey. Both of these women, these beautiful women, were known by the local police enforcement for having mental issues. Sonya Massey, hers were not as long going or have been put out there as long, but both law enforcement agencies, these thugs, animalistic thugs, departments knew that these women had mental health issues. So in the video that I already set out, that you probably see before this one, I will let the family get into the situation of Pamela Turner's run-ins with this little funny built pale-head reprobate looking like Tattoo from the Love Boat. I saw the reruns of that as a little boy. Being that I have older brothers and sisters and stuff like that, I was actually caught some of the episodes of the Love Boat when I was a little boy. Yeah, he resembles Tattoo from the Love Boat, little funny built reprobate.
Pop the
So I will comment on it a little bit more than we will look into it. Then we will see the comments and check out the minds of reprobates.
The fuck?
I'm walking. I'm actually walking to my house. You actually harassing me.
Pop the
You actually harassing me. Like why? Why? I did nothing to you. I'm perfect.
Now it was said that she reached for a taser, and what it was, like I said, I let the family get into the details of that because a lot of stuff was swept under the rug in the court system, and this family did not receive any justice, let alone a settlement for the loss of their dear mother and sister and daughter, Pamela Turner. But it was what it was. Tattoo Juan de la Cruz, aka Tattoo, was not able to detain her for supposable warrants, outstanding warrants that she had, and I'm pretty sure that those warrants were placed upon her because of the harassment that her and her family had already brought to that reprobate rogue police department down there in Baytown, Texas, in the Houston area. So it was a retaliation move, more than likely anyway. but they swept all those things under the rug. Again, I'll let the family tell y'all about that in my previous video that you will see. And it's just a sad thing. These are similar. These are actually similar type situations. Both women were said to have mental health issues, and what's very sad, and the similarity of Sonya Massey and Pamela Turner, their brutal police being brutally killed by the police, is that, which I'm pretty sure in Illinois they have the same thing, but Baytown Police Department or the law enforcement, they actually have a unit that can deal with people that have mental health issues. They have a whole unit of taxpayers' money that's funded by taxpayers' money, their whole departments, and they have a whole unit of taxpayers. They have a whole unit departments that are funded by us tax-paying citizens, and they still render urban terrorism to the sons of Elohim, to the daughters of Zion. But let's get into let's get into comments. Let's see if we get into comments. Let's get into comments. These are some real reprobates. I'll warn you. Here we have. Let's show a face. Here we have Tanisha Renee, a third worlder, descendant, Hispanic. She looked right devilish and slutty. Let's see what this reprobate has to say. The mind of reprobates. What would they think of next? Damn, with all this shit going on, I'd rather be cuffed over a dumbass charge than to be shot and killed for fighting back. Here's Fredo Cruz. He's has some decency in his heart and mind. All he had to do was shoot her once. He could have shot a warning shot. All he had to do was shoot her once in the leg. He was in the leg. He was in no real danger. Shaking my head. For real. Let's go on her reply box. We have a real reprobate in this. And I actually try to reply to some of these reprobates, but you know how they do, people who speak the truth and actually do so without being offensive. They don't, the truth is has always been censored, but it's coming back to the world and spreading like a wildfire. It really never left, but as prophesied, it is coming at the coming back and being put to light in an alarming rate for the Gentile heathens. And they're going into panic and frenzy. So this reprobate commented, this genius, look at this reprobate. His name is Dana Hyman Labrie, however you say his reprobate name. So here he is, trashy white man, him and his Humpty Dumpty spouse. Looking like some tag team wrestlers. So this is what this reprobate had to say. Oh, let's get back to it. Sorry about that. Let's see what this reprobate had to say. Tanisha Renee, exactly. Comply equals live. Tase the officer equals officer defends himself. So the family will speak out after the trial that I have in my video that you have seen or probably will see after this video. and they tell you the specifics about things, how things were swept on the rug. Of course, we already know that the reprobates broke all procedures and protocol of his so-called training. So let's get that out the way. We already know that. So I asked to comment again with these reprobates, and you know how they do on these social media outlets. You can they could call you all type of racial slurs and call you bitches and all type of nut ass shit, but you can't even speak the truth without even using profanity or just downright insulting somebody, and they'll push back on that by all the way by just censoring. So my comments, unless I go on the Facebook, on my Facebook, and it's there, but on this outlet which I snatched this video up and revisited this video of Pamela Turner, the brutal murder, police killing of Pamela Turner. It's not up here. And again, these murders by the police. This one, the murder of Pamela Turner by Juan Tattoo de la Cruz and Sonya Massey by the big white supremacist white man, caveman, Neanderthal, Caucasian, um, Grayson. I forget his last name. It'll come to me before this video ends or after this video ends. You know how that is. But Grayson um, have stunning similarities. Let's look at some more of the comments so we can get to them. These are some real reprobates. Be advised. 6 shoot, wow. This is a reprobate who's kind of what you leaning on the fence or sitting on the fence. Let's read this. This is Tina Torres. This is so messed up. Okay, yeah, she was resisting arrest, but why have a damn taser if you're not going to use it? Great point. Because the taser was the key de facto in it. And which the video doesn't prove that she reached for his taser. It shows police brutality before she was even killed, and actually she was shot with the taser. And just sometimes those tasers just don't work for whatever reason. Sometimes they don't get a good stick with the prongs. Sometimes the electrical shock doesn't affect the victim or the suspect, more so the victim when it comes to us when it's been used on it. But let's start from the beginning. This is so messed up. Okay, yes, she was resisting arrest, but why have a damn taser if you're not gonna use it? And I'm gonna stop again. Along with mace, billy clubs, you're supposed to have Tattoo was supposed to be able to fight. Juan de la Cruz, aka Tattoo, was supposed to be trained in combat, hand-to-hand combat. Um, they have beanbag rounds, etc. They have so much stuff they could use non-lethal. Or the best non-lethal weapon of choice that they never use with us is negotiation skills, and also being able to have the brain power, common sense, and intellect to just diffuse or properly assess the situation. But this is so messed up. Okay, yes, she was resisting arrest, but why have a damn taser if you're not going to use it? This lady did not have no weapons. She just didn't know why, and she has she's not so much of a reprobate. She just didn't know why he was detaining her, and he didn't shoot once. He shot like 3 or 4 times while she was on the ground. He made a very wrong decision, very wrong choices. Yeah, you think? Glad it was a videotape. Shaking my head. Hope his ass goes to jail for murder, because he shot her at point blank range. Point blank, and his back arrived right when he shot her. You can hear the sound from a mile away. He knew they were close. This is bullshit. She was a woman. I agree. Look at this reprobate. Looking at him. No, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'll just zoom in on it if I can. His Giro HTX. So I guess that stands for Houston, Texas. Nice job, mister. You're gonna have to answer for that, you reprobate. on the day of judgment. Our redemption is nigh, by the way. And there's another reprobate I'm thinking. I've read this earlier. You got the answer for your commentary. A lot of these Hispanic reprobates had a lot to say uh, about Ahmaud Arbery. And I got them told in places like laundromats and stuff like that. Then they try to sugarcoat and stuff like that. But they're gonna have to answer for their reprobate thoughts, even as well as their actions, when genocide is being rendered toward the sons of Elohim, and we're the apples of his eye. I'm the apple of his eye. I am Abaya Eber. Yah is my father. Y'all gonna have to answer for that. Even just your thoughts of it, agreeing with it, complying with it, turn the other cheek on it. It's all genocide. Look, y'all don't say what you really don't know. I mean, put yourself in his shoes. The mind of reprobates. What would they think of next? I don't like cops as it is. Yes, you do. But think about it. Even if she was reaching for a taser, for all y'all know, her intentions could have been to kill him or injure him. Wow. To so like any other, or kill him or injure him. To so like any other law enforcement, it's kill or be killed. Hmm. I'll stop right there. That's not true at all. I just got that out of my mouth. They have so many, when they're dealing with us, they become judge and executioner. The sons of fallen angel and jackals of the caves, Esau's people, the sons of fallen angels are ravaging the land at these last day and times. Because Hashatan, Satan, or the devil, Lucifer, knows his time is up. He's trying to get as many of us wiped off the face of the earth before we can get the connection with our true spirituality and who we really are. If not, they're doing that. They're trying to also wipe the world out. This is documented in our holy scriptures, and it is also set as a UN standard of documentos. They're also trying to destroy the world itself, and these people are so savage. They got the nerve to call people savage. These people are so savage. They're actually letting their own people get caught in the web, and for the better what they reprobate mind, see the mind of reprobates, what would they think of next? For the better of white supremacy, they'll even alleviate their own. So these people are animals. These are the true animals, what they call us monkeys, and they are the ones that carry what is called the Neanderthal Caucasian gene. That's a website, by the way, for you reprobates, so you can find out what your origins really are. Is kill or be killed after several attempts of detainment, but she kept resisting. But I understand he could have handled it differently, but nowadays the law is never in the wrong, so there's nothing we can do. She's trying to sit on the fence. He's trying to sit on the fence with it. Could have handled it different, but nowadays the law is never in the wrong, so there's nothing we can do but watch them cops burn the day of judgment. Watch them cops burn the day of judgment. The day judgment day comes. Kind of sitting on the fence with it. And they give for this out in Texas. You can't do this nowhere in Maryland. You can't do this nowhere in on the East Coast. You can't do this in Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina. I'm not gonna speak for Florida. I've been in Georgia. I've been in Philly. I've been in Ohio. Been in Philly briefly, but I've been there. I was there. Been in Philly briefly. I've been in Ohio. I've been in Vegas, and it's crazy that Texas is the only place where black people um, allow white people to use the N word. You can say what you want to about the word, but they use that here in Texas to sit on the fence. So this is his comment. But if she was pregnant, that nigga's an asshole. So they use that freely here, and they use to sit on the fence. I beat up a Mexican, and it's on my YouTube page. And he was sitting on the fence from the neighborhood too, out in East Austin. And was really a racist. Used to sit on the fence. But that's the mind of reprobates. We'll look at the footage one more time. Let's get back to it. We'll look at it one more time. And like I said, this is very similar to what happened to our dear sister in Springfield, Illinois, Sonya Massey. Similar situations. The cops that were sent out, and they were plotting the hunt. Cause this is the hunt. This is a hunt for them. They actually knew that just like Sonya Massey, they actually knew that she had some type of mental going through mental health issues. But they used that same narrative to let the Dylan Roofs and these other hate crime offenders ride out into the sunset and slap on the wrist sentences, and they feed them before they take them to jail. Feed them double cheeseburgers from McDonald's and Whoppers and fries and sodas and stuff like that. Just like the when they launched the Asian hate crime bill, after the white guy out there in Georgia went over the southeast, I think from Georgia to Florida, going to Asian strip clubs and massage parlors, killing the people, and they tried to put that on black people just to get that the Asian hate crime bill in effect, which was helped out by this by the Biden-Harris outfit that y'all voted for, that's in the White House, and like the part-time black woman said, she said flat out no, contorted her body and got agitated behind the question of just helping us out and passing things that could help and protect us as far as laws, bills, and statutes. Said she wasn't just gonna pass any laws or bills just for black people. No. But y'all do what y'all do. I don't have any stake in that. I don't have any dog. I don't have no dog in that fight. I'm not voting for none of these devils reprobate. But just look at the video again.
The foot.
I'm walking. I'm actually walking to my house. You actually harassing me.
They popped the
You actually harassing me. Like, why? Why? I ain't did nothing to you. I'm perfect.
And where did she grab a taser? The mind of reprobates. What will they think of next? This is Abaya Eber with another edition of your Human Action News. I get it, you reprobates, another time.